Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dana and hi. I am sitting down in front of a desk full of empties and I want to get them out of my life. So I'm going to try to go through these as quickly and concisely as possible, but I apologize in advance if this is a longer video. Let's start off with the one, I think it's the only one, sunscreen that I have. It's an empty. If you are interested in joining this channel, go ahead and subscribe below. Give this video a like if you enjoy it. And now we'll get going. Okay, so the first one I have is the SHISEIDO Ultimate Skin Protector. This is my second bottle of this one. This is an all-time favorite. I will probably always have this in my collection. It's really great if you are an active person, if you go outside where it's going to be warm, or if you're going to be near water. This stuff does not budge, and it gives you SPF 50 plus protection. It also goes on invisible on all skin types, or not types, but tones. You know what I mean. It does have a fragrance. I've never found it to be irritating. It doesn't have like an essential oily kind of feel, but if you are kind of adverse to that, just be cautioned that it does have that in this. It is chemical. I have no qualms about that, but some people do. I just think it's great if you're an active person like myself, and I use it quite often in the summertime when I need that kind of protection, but also it is really nice and glowy. So if you have drier skin, I would say you could probably use it all year round and you would give yourself the nicest, just like most luminous glow that there is. So one of my all-time favorites. I've spoken about it many, many times. All right, let's move in. I'm trying to do them by category, and the smallest categories we'll go through first. So the first one that I have is 2 vitamin C serums. This is the NATURIUM. This is like a high-low, well, high-low. This is the NATURIUM Vitamin C Complex Serum, and then this is the BLOOMEFFECTS Royal Tulip Vitamin C Facial Oil. Quite different things. This is a serum. It goes on, you just pump it out, squirt it into your hand, it's a serum. Very easy to use, about $20, I think, maybe $25. Affordable. I had no problems with it. It doesn't irritate my skin at all, but I also don't see a lot of results from my vitamin C. So if I'm going to repurchase, this one is like, I think $60. This was sent to me with no obligation to talk about, but this one is definitely pricier. It is though an oil, so this could double as your moisturizer and your vitamin C if you do need kind of like a 2-for-1. For me, it's something I would use more in the winter or at night. I can't use this during the daytime. In the summer, my face would look like a disco ball. But I think if you're looking for something that can really do 2 things at once, then it might be worth spending a little bit extra money. I do think the formula of this is absolutely stunning. It's one of the nicer vitamin C serums. It doesn't have a weird smell. It has a different version of vitamin C, so it can be better if you do have more sensitive skin. Highly recommend pretty much everything I've tried from BLOOMEFFECTS so far. So that is one option. The vitamin C complex serum, I don't love it, I don't hate it. I'm kind of trying to get into vitamin C because I'm like, maybe just one day I'll see results from it. And if I'm gonna do that, it's gonna be something like this. Sinks into my skin so quickly, is affordable, I can repurchase it, and I could probably repurchase this for like months and months and months, and maybe then I would see results. So I do like a lot of NATURIUM products, and this one is, I would say, like a pretty good one, but I can't say I saw like results, but that's just my skin type. This one is very random, so I'm gonna go through it quickly. This is the ANSWR shampoo. I also have the conditioner, I think that's almost out, but I got this as part of the like set with the actual keratin treatment. I love the keratin treatment. I've used it now 2 or 3 times. I swear by that stuff. I recommend it to everybody if you want an at-home keratin treatment. And this is just the shampoo that goes along with it. I don't think you necessarily need to go out of your way to buy that. It also has like a kind of weird smell, but nothing wrong with it. Another empty is my Thrive Liquid Lash Extensions. I think this is the shade Crystal, yeah, brown shade. This is maybe my 3rd or 4th one. I've had a lot of them. I also have a lot of mascaras, so I would go through it quicker if I didn't have as many, but I pretty much always say in one of my best tubing mascara videos that this is my all-time favorite. It's just easy. It comes off in real tubes, not little flakes. It makes your lashes longer. It gives them volume. There's really not much wrong with it except for A, the price. If you don't want to spend a lot, it's $26. And B, if you have more sparse lashes, this can feel a little bit heavy because it is a bit of a thicker formula. Okay, we're really rolling through this. All right, next skincare is the INNBEAUTY Project Face Glaze. So this is an interesting product, and I don't really know what I don't know. So it's basically like highlighter, a glowy moisturizer slash primer, I guess. I guess I would say like a glowy primer. It doesn't act like a primer though. It's not really tacky, like your makeup's gonna stick to it, but it's not really a moisturizer. Like I don't feel like it actually nourishes my skin, but what it does do is it gives you glow. So if you're just looking for that glow, you can't get it from any other products, this might be a good option. You could wear it on its own, you could wear it with moisturizer, you could wear it over top of moisturizer. I don't need that extra glow because you can see my face is pretty glowy right now. I live in a hot, humid place, like I always say, so I don't need this, but if you're looking for something like that, it's a lovely, lovely product. I like that they reformulated or repackaged it, so it's just a little squeeze tube. It used to be in a tub. You have to dip it in, not my favorite. So yeah, I find like most INNBEAUTY products are really great, so I would give it a try if that's something you're looking for. I don't typically mention samples, but this is the Drunk Elephant A-Passioni Retinol Cream. I really, really hate their names. If I had 3 wishes for a genie, I would ask one of those wishes for Drunk Elephant to rename their products. I would do it. Out of my 3, that's one of them. But this is a retinol, and I didn't get a lot. Obviously, you can see it's, what, 5 milliliters? But I really liked it, and I considered, and it's in my basket, so I may buy it at one point. I also just have tretinoin, like the generic one from my, what's it called, dermatologist. So I probably don't need this, but it felt very gentle, but I also did kind of see a little bit of, I don't know if I like less of discoloration. I mean, it's supposed to help with fine lines and wrinkles, but for whatever reason, I mean, I obviously did not have enough to really get a good sense of it, but I enjoyed the experience. And I don't enjoy all Drunk Elephant experiences. Okay, we've got 6 moisturizers to get through. Let's see if I can do it. These have all been, or I've pretty much talked about almost all of these in another video, so I won't go too into depth, but I have a few, I guess just this one, which was in my SkinCeuticals dupes video, which I will link above. This is the INKEY Peptide Moisturizer. I think this was the cheapest option of the dupes in that video, or one of the cheapest. And it's a great moisturizer, like truly spectacular. It doesn't have that kind of sealing effect where some of the others really have that like almost waterproofing effect. This one doesn't have it. It's a moisturizer, but it's fragrance free, it's rich, it's nourishing. It just does the job. And honestly, out of the many that I've bought, this would be something I would repurchase just because of the price and how efficient it is. So if you just don't want to spend a lot of money, but you also want a good moisturizer, I always recommend this one. Now, another one that I've kind of fallen out of love with is the Pharmacy Honey Halo. This is like opposite ends of the spectrum. They both do the same thing. I literally feel like they would be the same. This one has more of a luxurious feel to it and smell, and obviously the bottle is like glass and fancy with your little spatula, but they kind of do the same thing. This one, it's supposed to be for more sensitive skin, very healing, and like if you are, maybe your skin is compromised a bit and a little, there you go, that it has those kind of like nourishing properties. But I just don't think for the price anymore that I would consider repurchasing this. This one does have ceramides, this one has peptides, so it's kind of like whichever you like, but for me personally, it's a moisturizer. I will go for the INKEY one and then splurge on something like the Tatcha Indigo Cream. That's what I would do. Okay, next one. I don't know how this happened, but this is the Mad About Skin Maximum Impact Moisturizer. This moisturizer I really, really enjoyed. It's very rich, very kind of almost occlusive. Like it almost forms that barrier, but not quite. But the one thing that kind of, I don't know what happened. You guys, 2 times that I wore it, obviously like I wore it more than 2 times, this is empty. But 2 times that I wore it, the very next day I had corneal abrasions, which I've been dealing with those for probably 3 years now, but I've never had them like noticeably after something. So I don't know if it got in my eye. I mean, I'm sure other moisturizers have gotten in my eye before, but this must have gotten in my eye and given me an abrasion because there was nothing else different. Those 2 times I remember distinctly, like I remember waking up and being like, I can't see, this is very painful. It's a whole thing that I have to go to the doctor for. So I love Mad About Skin. I love their sunscreen. I love a lot of their products, but I don't think I'll repurchase this, but this could just be a me thing. So don't let me, steer you away from it if you want a nice thick moisturizer, but if you are prone to corneal abrasions, don't get it. Very, very niche there. Okay, and this was sent to me by Dr. Brandt, Icy Gel Moisturizer. This is a fine moisturizer. It's a water gel cream kind of thing, very light, very effervescent, if you will, sinks in very quickly. I didn't find it to be like icy. I don't know if they were saying that it's supposed to have that cooling effect. I did not find it to have that. I found it to be just nice, but at the same time, I would say like you could go out and get the Neutrogena gel cream one and that would probably suffice. I don't like the fragranced one, but the fragrance-free one. Most of Dr. Brandt's products are so overpriced in my opinion. I have a video coming on my thoughts on this, so I'm gonna leave it for that, but don't spend your money. It's nice, it's just not worth it. All right, next is the Klairs Midnight Blue Calming Cream. This was in a video I did with the Tatcha dupes, so I will link that above. And this one is kind of, I said, a dupe for the, how am I gonna remember the name? It's not the Water Essence Day Cream one, but it's the richer one, you know, in the purple jar. It's, I think, a really good dupe for that. I don't think it's the exact same, so I guess you can't really say dupe then. But I think if you just can't spend that kind of money, this is a very good option. You've got a lot of product in here. It actually doesn't have a scent in my memory. I don't think so. No. And it nourishes without feeling too heavy. So you could ostensibly wear this in the morning and at night. I tend to wear it at night. I don't really think of it as a night cream or like a mask. I just think of it as a moisturizer, but it really does kind of calm my skin. I've never had any irritation from it, and it's overall just a great product. Okay, I'm scared to talk about this one. This is the Dew Instant Angel Lipid Rich Moisturizer. I clearly use it all. I might be the only person who doesn't think it's that great. Everyone raves about this, so of course I had to get it. It's like $60, $70, I forget how much. It's fine. I just don't get the hype. I really truly don't get the hype. And also I've used it when my skin has been irritated and it didn't calm that irritation. So I feel like sometimes people are gonna say like, oh, I have very sensitive skin and this works for me. That's fine if it does, but for me, it didn't actually help. And my skin will get irritated like right around my nose if I use too much tretinoin or other actives. For me, when that happens, like Aquaphor is just kind of what I go to, like something very plain Vaseline, petroleum jelly, that kind of thing. But this one, I don't know. You could have put this in front of me and put it on my hand and put the INKEY List one on my hand and I wouldn't necessarily, maybe it's richer and like the consistency is nicer, but at the end of the day, I probably get the same results. I'm so scared. I feel like it has a cult following and I just don't get it. So maybe I'm doing something wrong. Anyway, all right guys, we've got 6 more products. You were like, oh, just 1 more. Nope, 6 more. I told you this is a big one. I'm trying to get through it as fast as possible, but giving you all the information. Oh wait, another moisturizer. This one, I don't have a lot to say. This is the Beauty of Joseon Dynasty Cream. It's a water cream, like gel type moisturizer. Very, very nice. It's probably pretty affordable. I got it as a pack with a few other things. Beauty of Joseon is very nice, but I also feel like it's like beginner level. Like there are not a lot of active ingredients. It doesn't pack a lot of a punch. So for that reason, I think it's fine, but I probably won't go out of my way to repurchase it. Okay, now we're on to cleansing balms and cleansing oils. So the first two we have the 2 cleansing balms. This is the Clean It Zero Vanilla Co. This is the nourishing one. They have a few different variations. Again, I feel like I'm gonna get my head ripped off for these two, the Dew and the Vanilla. I think it's fine, but I don't even think it's great. Like, it doesn't melt in my hands before I put on my face as much as I would like this Juno & Co. one, or Juno Skin. So again, it's fine, and you can get the jumbo size if you want that. Some people just kind of like reach for it, and they've just gotten so accustomed to it. But I truly think that there are better and cheaper options out there. So for me, I'm kind of like, I don't get it. Like, maybe it's like the tried and true, like you know what it is, you keep using it, but for me, I'm not gonna repurchase. But on the other hand, the Juno Skin, what is it, Clean 10 Cleansing Balm? This stuff is magical. The only problem with it is, not even a problem, it's 3 ounces. It's not small, but I wish it was like 8 ounces because I can go through it so quickly. It is literally like oil in your hands the second you touch it, but not in a bad way. Like, it just melts so quickly. It's a dream to put on your face. It takes everything off. I definitely will be repurchasing this once I get through some of my other products. Okay, just a few more. This is the Purito From Green Cleansing Oil. This has been completely repackaged. That tells you how long I've had it. This is one of my favorite cleansing oils. I love it, love it, love it. It's a little bit more pricey, not pricey, but it's like $20-ish, I think. So you can get more affordable ones, but this is a really nice kind of, it's a little bit, I wouldn't say no frills, it's like mid-level frills. And so it does a great job. You get the pump, you can't close it, that's the one thing. And it doesn't have a scent to it. It's very kind of a good one if you have more sensitive skin. It's just a tried and true favorite of mine. Now, the other one, and you can go to my cleansing balm videos. I will link that above. This is the Peach and Lily Ginger Melt Oil Cleanser. This is like $30, and I know people do love it. This will probably get me into trouble too. I just think it's overpriced. I didn't even like the consistency of it. I guess if you don't like when they're super liquidy, this one is more liquidy. This one's more of an actual gel. This one, you know, you can pump it out and it's not gonna like go all over your hands and run down your hand. But for me, that's not the point. Like for me, I want something to get all my makeup off. It only comes in, let's see, I think it's pretty small. Well, it's 5 ounces, but for some of the oils, it's pretty small. And I just go through it way too quickly. Like I need stuff that is a little bit more price friendly, if you will. And then the Bioma Milky Oil Cleanser. I've talked about this too. It works fine. The smell is something I can't get over. It smells so nutty, into the point like I want to like get it off my face as quickly as possible. Same with their, what's it called? Cleansing balm. I just don't like the smells of them. You know, if that's not an issue for you, then fine. But like if you are averse to some smells, caution, caution, caution. Okay, that's it. I think I did it in under 20 minutes, my time. That was the goal. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.